Hi everyone, welcome back. It's the Louis Vuitton Princess and I'm on my last video for the day. Like, I know y'all can see it on my face, the sun is setting, but nonetheless, so I figured we would go out with a bang and we're going to talk about the Louis Vuitton Monogramouflage collection. So the Louis Vuitton Monogramouflage collection originally released on June 1st, 2008. And for reference, I think today is like May 30th. So I felt like this was a really good time to make this video since we're coming up on the anniversary of the collection's original release. So it was released in the Brooklyn Museum for Contemporary Art in the Murakami exhibit. And very quickly became one of Louis Vuitton's most iconic collections to date. The reason why the Monogramouflage collection is so talked about is because it probably has one of the highest resale values out of any Louis Vuitton bag pretty much ever made. I have two pieces now from this collection, very honored, and my first one was this is the Louis Vuitton Monogramouflage Jasmine, and I will share details about each of these pieces individually. I just want to share the price. So the Louis Vuitton Monogramouflage Jasmine originally retailed for $17.70. I purchased this one I think like a year ago for $9.95, so I got a really good deal on that because these usually sell for a lot more. And I also now, as of recently, have the Louis Vuitton Monogramouflage Speedy 35, which, as you guys know, I purchased pretty recently for $1,000. And the retail price for this one was $1,530. So I still managed to stay under retail price. And we won't even talk the resale price. Nonetheless, this collection was a hit. Everybody wanted it. It was only sold for a couple weeks. And to this very day, it's one of the most coveted Louis Vuitton collections. You will see the print featured all over. Typically, you will see it with Complex, Hypebeast. It's one of the collections that a lot of people have. A lot of the male celebrities tend to wear it. You see it amongst people who typically have a lot of money, because if you want to get a hold of them now and you did not get a hold of one back then, you're going to pay a couple stacks. Once again, like I said, these bags retailed for around typical Louis Vuitton limited edition price, you know, $1,500, $1,700. That's usually what they go for, at least what they went for back then. I know Louis Vuitton has bumped their head and everything now is like $2K, but back then limited edition bags were around $1,500 to $1,700. I know that probably sounds unbelievable to a lot of y'all, but it's the truth. So nonetheless, these bags retailed for around, you know, a very reasonable figure, and the resale value is insane. So first I'm going to talk about the Jasmine. So this is the Louis Vuitton Jasmine, and one of the things that's really eye-catching about this bag and really caught my attention with this bag is the denim. So Louis Vuitton does not make a ton of denim bags, but in the Steven Sprouse Murakami era, they did make quite a few denim bags, and I really like denim bags. This is my second denim bag I've had from Louis Vuitton. The first one was the, I think, Sack Baggy. I had it in the blue. Very popular. You probably see that one around a lot. And I really like denim bags. I don't have a ton of denim bags. That one I ended up selling because I wasn't really vibing with it. And I really fell in love with the army green denim that you see featured here on the Jasmine. So the Jasmine is also kind of like an honorary Speedy. Like, it's not really formally recognized as a Speedy, and you know, there is a Speedy in this collection, but I kind of view it as like an honorary Speedy because, you know, look, you know, she gives Speedy, she gives that, so it's an honorary Speedy. So some of the unique features that you're going to see on this bag is, one, you have this very eye-catching green denim, you know, sort of camouflage, kind of subtle camo, but it's still there, print. Nextly, you're going to see there are vernis accents in this red. So you have this red green thing going. So you have an accent here, and there's a little LV symbol in the middle. And you also have this cute little spot here where this luggage tag hangs, and all of the bags from this collection well, not all of them, but quite a few of them have these tags or keychains, something that says it's a limited edition bag, Monogramouflage, Takeshi Murakami, all that. But this one I think is really cute because it's in red. And a lot of these bags, I'm not gonna lie, they be ripping y'all off for real, because a lot of the ones that I see, especially the Jasmines now, they do not come with the key tag. And it's like, it's not the end of the world, but it's like, I mean, just, you know, it's not giving as much. You know, the key tag really makes it pop. I really like that feature. So I was very glad, like I said, I was able to find this one for $9.95, and it had the keychain, because believe it or not, people sell these little keychain things for $300. So very cute. Another thing I really like about this bag is it does have features that I like. For one, it does have exterior pockets, and y'all know I'm an exterior pocket girly. These pockets are kind of weird because they don't actually have a formal snap. They have like, I don't even know how to explain it. I can just show you, but essentially you pull it out and it slides off this little knob here. See, when I originally saw this bag without seeing it in person, I thought it was like a snap close, but it's not a snap close. They just kind of like slide on these little, yeah, that's the best way I can explain it. It's kind of weird, but nonetheless, it still is pretty secure, and I enjoy using the pockets. Nextly, there is a zipper section on the back, and you guys know that I love an external zipper section. There are lots of eyelets on this bag, and that's pretty common with a lot of the Monogramouflage bags. There's a lot of eyelets, and I really like that they kept the vachetta like to a minimum. Like, it's still there because, you know, you feel like you kind of need the vachetta to get the Louis Vuitton feel, but they kept it to a minimum. So there's just like a little accent here on the zipper, another accent. You can see it around the trim, the piping, and there's another little accent on the handle. And again, you see those eyelets, what I'm talking about with the eyelets. So this one's just really trendy. Like, it's super cute. I honestly feel like the Jasmine is really underrated. So many people are after the Speedy 35, that a lot of people sleep on the Jasmine, but I honestly tell people that if you do want a bag from the Monogramouflage collection, the Jasmine is kind of like a cheaper alternative to the Speedy 35. I brought the Jasmine because I actually just really liked it. You know, I talked about like denim, I liked the color pop. I really just liked it. But for people who maybe the Jasmine isn't necessarily their thing, but they want a Monogramouflage bag and they're not trying to pay 4 or 5 stacks for the Speedy 35, it is definitely a very solid alternative. And you know, you will probably pay a little bit over $1,000, maybe even close to 2, but you can still get the Monogramouflage feel, look, all that. The interior for this bag, I have a bag organizer in it right now, but the interior for this bag is pretty simple, honestly. So here's the inside. It's also sort of like an army green sort of vibe. It has some pockets on the back. We have the Louis Vuitton made in France. All very cute, very cute. The bag itself does not have a lot of structure, but I mean, you should kind of expect that because it's denim. So like I said, I have an organizer in it because the denim does not have a lot of structure. But as long as you have an organizer in it, it does work well. And it does have one of my favorite features, as y'all know, as the bag actually opens all the way. I've talked about that in the past with bags, that one of the reasons I don't really like Speedies is because it only zips across and opens from like here to here. But I really like the bags where they kind of open all the way down because it makes everything very easily accessible. And the zipper pulls on here are really cute. Here's the little zipper. It's cute, it's cute, giving. There's a zipper, absolutely love it. Next up, we're going to look at the Speedy 35. So here is the Monogramouflage Speedy 35. So again, I purchased this one for $1,000. Typically resale for these, depending on condition, I would say the lowest you're ever gonna see one of these is 4K. That's the lowest. And that's for like garbage. You're gonna see like 4K. For pristine condition, you can see them go all the way up to 11K. These have really had to come up. When I first got into Louis Vuitton, they were high then. You know, I'd say like they were high relatively, because now based off of how much bags cost, they really weren't high for real, for real. So like back when I first got into Louis Vuitton, you know, I remember seeing them maybe for like $2,800, $3,500, but you typically didn't really see them going above like $4,000. And then I remember like a distinct switch where like all of a sudden they were starting at $4,000, like every single one of them. But this is the Monogramouflage Speedy 35, and I really love this bag. Again, I'm still just like flabbergasted that I even own it. And so now we're going to talk features. So just like the Jasmine, this bag does have a limited edition luggage tag that has some lettering embossed. Just love that like personal little touch to it, you know. And this clochette does not come with this bag, but I added the clochette because I think it's cute. And this bag is the traditional Louis Vuitton canvas, but you know, it's got the green, the beige, and the black for the Monogramouflage. Very cute. And you also have, I forget what you call this, I kind of call it like cargo. You have this like cargo material with these accent stripes. Very unique. You typically do not see Speedies. I know they have made some other limited edition Speedies now that have accent stripes, but back in the day, like, you know, circa 2008, you did not see Speedies with accent stripes. So that really made this particular Speedy stand out. You typically only saw that with the Keep All. And the Keep All in the Monogramouflage collection does also have accent stripes, so very cute. Love the accent stripes. And then also again with the eyelets, they love eyelets in this collection, and I think that's like super cute, you know, very different. And the eyelets actually go inside the bag. Like, it's not like they don't go anywhere, they go inside the bag. The tabs are very cute on this one. Instead of the traditional Speedy tabs where, you know, it's kind of like square and triangle, like triangle, instead of that, they have these you know, rectangular kind of skinny tabs. Very cute, very secure. The interior for this one is similar to that of the Jasmine, where it is kind of like this army green. It does have a pocket just like the Speedy, and these pretty much always have this date code. I haven't seen the date codes really vary by much, but some sort of like AA 2078 is this one specifically, but it's almost always some sort of AA. And this was a 2008 collection, so you should expect to see a date code of being produced in 2008. And I tell people these sort of little hints and tricks of like, there are anomalies here and there, but that's always one of the first ways that you can sort of check authenticity if you're buying limited edition bags. And I feel like I've said this before, but that was one of the really big reasons I got into buying limited edition bags, is I really liked that I felt like they were a bit easier to authenticate because they have a lot of these markers that are very unique. This was a 2008 collection. If you see one that says it was produced in some other year but 2008, well, you have your answer. So nonetheless, it's also got this army green interior. Here are those eyelets from the inside, like I said, you could see. And here is a D-ring. It does have a D-ring on the interior. Very cute. This one I have a bag organizer in.